gave us peace of mind.
Peace of mind doesn't have to be expensive.
At Newcomer, we offer simple cremation from 11:45 and funeral services from...
The Biden campaign trotting out Rob Ryan at the former president.
I love this city. I don't want to destroy it. Donald Trump wants to destroy not
Oh, nonsense.
but the country, and eventually
You need to stick to acting.
I don't mean to scare you. No, wait, maybe I do mean to scare you. If Trump returns to the White House, you can kiss these freedoms goodbye.
Oh, nonsense. Shameful.
And
De Niro.
Forget about it. Do we want him running this country and saying, I'm not leaving, I'm dictator for life? The only way to preserve our freedoms and hold on to our humanity is to vote for Joe Biden for president.
Yeah.
Gentlemen in this world, the Democrats, you are gangsters. You are gangsters.
But Team Trump firing right back at the Hollywood hater.
The best that Biden can do is roll out a washed-up actor. And don't worry, my remarks will be shorter than the Irishman. I won't make you suffer for 3 hours.
Meanwhile, Joe Biden himself will reportedly give a big speech from the White House once the jury delivers its verdict.
Which will mean nothing except garbage. Shamefully.
And will refer to the ex-president online as convicted felon Donald Trump. So Dana, the Biden campaign
to do a speech across the street from the jury trial. And I actually think that will probably be, it could be that they could file a lawsuit about that, because I think that it is against the law and against the rights of a defendant and the former president, and that it's tampering with the jury. I would say that's my opinion.
That's my opinion too. Shamefully, the president of the United States, Biden, is tampering with the jury to try to convince them to vote guilty on Trump.
De Niro's having to read from a script. He won't take his sunglasses off. Then, of course, you guys, my favorite part of the whole thing is the car alarm starts going off. I think maybe somebody did it on purpose, but it was pitch perfect for the morning. It really was like a Veep episode.
Or it was an attempted carjacking, which
well, now that Greg won't prosecute, so who cares?
Greg, well, what did you see today that struck you?
I love that he acts like he's a New Yorker, but Trump isn't. Trump doesn't walk around outside wearing a mask. Not only do you lose your New York card, De Niro, you lose your man card. You went from raging bull to raging wussy. Where's your granny panties, dirty grandpa? I'd wear a mask too if I owed that much alimony and child support. But he's a perfect example of a half opinion clouding out any reasonable solution whatsoever. He's never addressed the crime in New York. As a real New Yorker, I haven't heard it. Immigration, inflation, education, the debt, because he's stuck in this emotional cage of his own making. And it's sad to see him go to a courthouse and rail against a person that he believes is Hitler. How did you get to this point? He got high on his own stash, and that stash was his projection of hate, emotion, despair. But I have a question for him. Where do you go? No one's asking this. Where do you go from here? Like, what's next? Let's say Trump loses the election. Are you done? I would say yes, because his hatred of Trump was a luxury belief. You can endure the Democrat policies of crime, inflation, illegal immigration, war, because they don't affect Robert De Niro. What affects him, this incredibly wealthy guy who got a lot of tax breaks, was Trump's impact on him emotionally. That matters more to all of those issues that I just mentioned. The polls show that Trump leads on these issues, crime and immigration and the economy. But that doesn't matter to him. It's his unhinged emotional tantrum that trumps all. He's the ultimate selfish, self-absorbed prick.
Well, I don't know that I'd say that, but anyway, he's got the theory right.
He didn't really care, but saying that you paid a...
Robert De Niro is, what have you done for New York City, Robert De Niro? What have you done? Is there a building with your name
name on it? Have you built skyscrapers? Has the skyline of New York changed because of all of your vision? No. You had to read everything you read to get ahead in life, and now you're reading a script at a Biden-arranged press conference. You're a loser, and I'm not surprised you needed that. And let me say this about the Biden administration. They're bleeding women, minorities, and they bring out this geezer who can't, in a mask to trash Trump. And it really is amazing to me that what Donald Trump, when he was in office, he's going to say we're going to be at war. Number one, there were no wars. Number two, there was peace in the Middle East. There was the Abraham Accords. We had the lowest price in terms of gases. We had no gas. We had no gas. We had no inflation. Robert De Niro, you're just too stupid. Keep your mouth shut.
All right.
I'll get in trouble for that, but I don't care.
No, you won't. Neither will Greg. Ahead, the Biden campaign freakout's getting worse as more Democrats press the panic button.
Shamefully.